Hey, Rage fans, it's Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage OKC News. We are hanging out at the weight room. We are talking all things Rage in the Cage 68, and part of that event is this guy right here, Jahaven Morse. This is going to be your fourth fight as an amateur. You are 2-1, and your only loss so far was your debut. So walk us through that debut fight, and then, what you learned from that. Obviously, you learned something big because you haven't lost again.
Yeah, that was, when they say that deer in the headlights moment, that was the first time, I've competed my whole life, sports and all of that, and I never got to experience that. Unfortunately, I experienced that on my debut as a fighter. And yeah, that's not happening again. Definitely taught me how to take the mental game to the next level. So that's definitely something I've worked on ever since.
Well, and you hear that all the time about fighters and their adrenaline drop and everything in that first fight. And, just like you said, the deer in headlights moments. And as much as, I interview fighters and I tell them to really, they got to not just prepare on fighting, you really got to prepare your mental game. How important did you find out that really was?
It's pivotal. That's the difference. That's where the fight is really won. Like, everybody's putting in work. Everybody's, doing all the physical stuff. We all can work ourselves to death. But what separates the champions from the contenders is that mental game.
I agree. And I'm not going to ask you, how you got there, but it seems that you were able to make that pivotal change in you as a person to get there mentally to be able to, bring back a couple of wins to your gym.
Yes, ma'am. And it's also about, surrounding yourself with the right people and, every fighter knows when you're in fight camp, it seems like everything can go wrong. And it's just, surrounding yourself with that good support system. So when things start to go awry, you have them to, bring you back in there. And at the end of the day, even if you're worn down physically, your mental game you can work on 7 days a week. So it's just one of those things that you just keep building on, and it takes you to the top.
Sounds good. And the top obviously is where you want to head. So what made you want to get into MMA, and what were your aspirations from day one till now?
I came out the womb a fighter. I was a preemie. Grandma had to give me CPR. Ever since then, I've been fighting. Suspended from school every other week. And, finally I get an opportunity. Instead of getting in trouble for fighting, I'm getting celebrated. So I just want to keep doing that. At the end, I want to have a platform because I'm a healer. I actually own the Zen Zone in War Acres off 50th and MacArthur. And I just want to build a platform to get people to know, like, hey, whether it's your mental health, your physical health, needing to learn how to move, the Zen Zone is where you need to go. So that's what fighting for me is. It's an outlet. It's a 2-for-1 special. I get to, let out my frustrations and my mental battles. I get to channel in that cage while building a platform to help people. I can beat you up, then heal you.
Hey, I like that. So what about your background? You said that you've, been in sports your entire life. So tell me a little bit about the sports that, brought you to be the strong man that you are today.
I wrestled and played football. Those were my two main sports. I dabbled in everything just because I'm just athletic. I just like doing that. Football I've been playing since I was in elementary. I got in wrestling a little bit late, but ever since then I've just been in combative sports. I started the wrestling program. I was part of getting the wrestling program started at the University of the Ozarks, which is in Arkansas now. It's a little D3 school, but that was something that I was really proud of. And now getting to see, what an elite wrestler looks like and how I want to be to that level. And I just love being able to move my body. And if I'm not moving my body, then I'm meditating, thinking about moving my body and how I can move it more efficiently. I'm just an active person. I love being active. And one thing that I did find is, and my coach let me know this early on, I need to find an outlet outside of the gym because there's going to be days when I can't get in there. And for me, that is art. I like doing art, whether it be painting, color pencils, or anything like that, which, still I'm moving my body. I forgot your question. I don't know if I even answered it.
You did answer it, actually. I mean, just in this short time that we've done this interview, what I get from you is you're a strong person, not only physically but mentally, and I think both of them are important, and I think that's really going to take you to where you want to go in MMA. Any last words before we wrap it up today? Shout out.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to all my solid family. I love y'all. I appreciate all the support that y'all do for me. And shout out to my Zen Zone family as well. We're doing great things. Let's keep climbing to the top. And I'll see everybody at the fights.
All right. Just like he said, we're going to see you there September 28th. It's on a Saturday at the Sugar Creek Casino. You can get tickets from this guy, Jahaven Morse, or any other fighter on the card, and we will see you then. Or, of course, you can go on stubwire.com. September 28th, Rage in the Cage 68.